Hi there everyone, my name's Dave West. I hope we're all doing well. So welcome to this quick look then at the new video updates for the Filmic Pro application. Now this allows you to use all of the additional lenses on the OnePlus Nord, not just the standard selfie and the main rear camera. You can now use the selfie wide camera, and you can also use the ultra wide camera on the rear of the phone. Now it does also enable the extra frame rate as well, so up to 60 frames per second. So I'm just going to quickly show you those in this video to give you an idea of what the quality looks like. Now, I did get some feedback on a previous video when using OnePlus Nord, in that I was using the gimbal for the video and somebody didn't quite like it. Whilst I appreciate the feedback, and I know that some people just want to see these applications as they are, I'd rather you see a really smooth experience rather than have really jerky video full of footsteps and just wobbling all over the place. So that's why I use a stabilizer, just to give you the best viewing experience possible rather than shaking all over the place. Now this is using the auto mode on Filmic Pro, and it's also in the Filmic Extreme setting, so this is the highest quality available. So that's the main camera then at 3K at 60 frames per second. You let me know what you think. Alright, so this is the ultra wide selfie camera then on OnePlus Nord, and this is at 3K at 30 frames per second. As per the main selfie lens, you can't use 4K, you can use 3K at 30 FPS. The ultra wide selfie doesn't allow 60 frames per second. And again, this is at the highest bit rate that's available. One thing you will notice, if you've watched my ultimate video test with OnePlus Nord, is that this viewpoint using the ultra wide selfie is massive. You get so much more into the frame because it's not cropping in with the electronic image stabilization. You get this really expansive field of view. Now what it also does is cures the highlight clipping that happened with the built-in software on the Nord, so there's much more consistency between the images. Now the sun is blowing out, but it is keeping everything in check a lot better, and I can use the manual exposure if I want. Wow. And that allows you to see a bit more of my face, but completely blows out the background. But if I just swipe that away and then just use the auto exposure, you get this quite dramatic looking image, which I think looks pretty nice. But I just wanted to show you how it looks with the ultra wide selfie. It makes a massive difference to using the main camera software. Very surprised how much difference it does actually make, because it just crams in so much into this image. The field of view is huge. So that's how it looks using Filmic Pro on the ultra wide selfie camera on Nord. But once again, you let me know what you think of the quality when using Filmic Pro on OnePlus Nord. Alright, so round to the rear cameras then. So this is the main wide camera. I'll show you the ultra wide in a moment. And again, this is at the full bit rate available, so this is recording at 100 megabits per second. And there's a little surprise available in that you can record now at 4K at 60 frames per second on the main lens. So that's what we're recording in now. And this obviously proves that the Snapdragon 765G chipset can do 4K60, and the quality is really good as well. So this really dramatic sunset we got in the distance there is obviously rendered really well. When I pan round and show the rest of the hood, you can see the quality is really, really nice. So if you look at these objects moving here, you can see the more lifelike movement using 60 frames per second and using just 30 FPS. And this is with manual focus adjustment as well, just to show how sharp you can get the image to look. Alright, so finishing things off then with the ultra wide angle camera. Now this maxes out at 3K at 30 frames per second. It doesn't allow 4K. So again, OnePlus might be using some upscaling to achieve the 4K in their stock camera software, but regardless, it still looks really good anyway. And this is how it looks with Filmic Pro. So you've got a nice bit of flare into the lens there because it's using the ultra wide. The good thing is it removes the slightly oversaturated colours that you get using the stock software on the OnePlus Nord. But you let me know what you think of the video quality using Filmic Pro and the new updates on the OnePlus Nord. And whether you think the updates have been worthwhile. Okay, so that's the end then of this quick look at the new Filmic Pro updates on the OnePlus Nord. And it's great that OnePlus and Filmic Pro have worked out a way to allow the necessary access now for their baby handset, and I think it makes a real difference to the actual video quality. Everything seems much more even. There's no oversaturation or super boosted colors. Not that there's anything wrong with that with the stock software. It's all down to personal preference at the end of the day, but it's nice to be able to shoot in a more flat color profile. So this is just the default profile. It's not the log or the flat profiles, but it does seem to give much more true to life and accurate color. But you let me know what you think down in the comments of the video quality using Filmic Pro on OnePlus Nord. And don't forget, if you're new around here, then please do consider subscribing so you don't miss more content like this coming on the channel very, very soon. But for now, this has been my look at Filmic Pro on the OnePlus Nord. My name is Dave West, and I'll catch you guys later.